Brrrah! What's up my people, my name is Spicy, you already know, and today I have 5 stories coming out of the subreddit IDontWorkHereLady. I have so much energy! We are close to 2500 subscribers my people, and I need your help to reach this awesome milestone because I will be giving away 4 Amazon gift cards that I've been holding prisoners for a while. So if you enjoy my videos and want to support what we do here, leave a fire emoji in the comments and like this video. Congratulations Terry for the comment of the day. Brrrah. I made a cop angry and she tried to fire me from a Starbucks that I did not work for. I was sitting in my local Starbucks getting a drink and talking to the baristas because I am friends with them and I come in there a lot, right? Me and one of the baristas get on the subject of police and he tells me that his brother got arrested for accidentally backing up into a police car but was eventually fine. I respond with, it's okay, all cops are bastards anyway. And this lady, literally right next to me, interjects and says very loudly, yeah, that's not funny, I am a cop. I don't really know how to respond. So I just kind of snored and go, alright, lady, whatever. She then gets even more upset at my laid-back response and says, I will let the police department know that if you ever need help, to never come and rescue you because one day you will need it. And she takes her drink and huffs off. Me and the barista are just kind of standing there dumbfounded. She calls the store as soon as she leaves. She tells the manager, who I am also friends with, that she was disgusted by my conduct and if I was the kind of clientele that we will be serving, that she will not be back anytime soon. The manager does not really know what to do because she can't do much besides kick me out, which she never did because we were friends. A second lady calls the store on the behalf of the first lady. However, she shuts up and says an employee was the one who said ACAB instead of the customer. I don't work at Starbucks. I have never worked at Starbucks. The worst part was that there was an actual worker who had the same name and almost got written up and I had to talk to the DM and tell them that it was not her who said ACAB, it was me. That was the only point where I felt bad. As a joke, my friend who was the manager that day looks at me dead in the eye and goes, I'm sorry, we're gonna have to let you go. Please turn in your apron. And that's the story of how I got fired from a job I never worked at. For further storytelling purposes, this lady looked like a hawk. She was thin and wiry. She had blonde hair cut in a bob and she had pink lip gloss smeared on her non-existent lips that were in a resting face frown. She had literally no body fat. I could imagine her in a cop uniform. I could also imagine her picking up her 5-year-old from soccer. Yeah, I don't know about this one. If she was actually a cop, she could get in trouble for what she said over the phone. I can get it, you're angry, but if you're a cop, maybe you run into multiple situations where you are angry as well and you didn't do the things that you wanted to because you're a cop. And especially if you are a cop, you can say or do one bad things and you will get on the news. Your face will be all over the journals and you will be on the news. I kind of feel bad. It's sometimes they do deserve it when the truth needs to be spoken, but in this case, she was mad and angry. Yeah, it was not polite towards her, but she could have just say something and speak. I am only kind of Asian. About 8 years ago, I was at a Chinese buffet cashing out with my husband, boyfriend at the time. We were living in the southern United States. I am half Asian. The waitresses there are all Chinese girls in red and black uniforms. I am wearing a hoodie and jeans. I am leaning against the counter and when I look up, there are 2 little old church ladies staring at me with gigantic, very polite smiles. I smile back, but super uncomfortable, then turn back to the counter. Boyfriend pays and we start to walk towards the exit. I hear one of the ladies behind me say, I guess we just follow her. I turn around slowly, very confused. And they have followed me to the door and are still smiling, but with a little bit of annoyance in their eyes. I turn around and follow my boyfriend out the door. I say to him, what the hell was that about? He looks just as confused as me for a second. Then it hits him. Oh my god, they thought that because you were Asian and you worked there. They thought you were the hostess. They thought you did not speak English. He then proceeds to double over laughing. I actually find this one amusing. Thanks for sharing this. It actually happened happened before with Asian friends, so I understand the experience. And let's get to the next story. Lady insisted that I work at a daycare. I told the story at work, and my colleague said I should post it here because it is just too silly. I recently started a job as a senior project manager, so basically I wear fancy clothing every day. Aside from that, I am pretty successful at contributing to the population growth as a baby factory that has pooped out 4 kids. My oldest is old enough to go to school, and the second is starting preschool next week. On Fridays, he always plays around at the daycare together, my youngest 2, which are twins. This morning, I was dropping them off. My oldest daughter was there too, so I could drop her off at school. So I was there playing a bit with 4 kids around me. I always take some time to build or puzzle a bit with my kids before I leave. A lady comes in with a young toddler. She puts him on the floor and drops a list of demands like, this is his name, he wants his milk cold at a 10, 12 and 1. He likes cars, so make sure he has some to play with. He has a nap after his last glass of milk, and so on. I did not mind, I was like that too at first. And while I did not understand why she would think that someone in high heels and a business formal suit would work there, she probably just needed to be pointed to the right person. I politely tell her, sorry, you need to be with the woman over there wearing the shirt with the daycare logo. No, she says. I need to go, so how about you just tell her? These kids can entertain themselves for a second for sure. I understand you are in a hurry, but these are my kids and I don't— That is rude. You can't just pick the kids you like and don't bother with others. I want to speak with your manager. So I grab my business card and write his name on the back. The second number on the front is the main desk. Call there and ask for this manager. Mention that you like to complain about me. The names are both on the card just in case. I wrote his name on the back. He will then hear you out when he has time. He does have a busy schedule, so you might be asked to call back at a specific time. She looks about as confused as a human can look and stares at the card. I guess she wanted to save face as she eventually said, well, my bad, I forgot that you youngsters don't do it safe. And then she walked to the daycare lady. So basically she felt the need to call me out on being a young mom just because she was in the wrong, and left me with the task of telling my kids what she meant. You youngsters. How old was she to say that? She said that she was wearing fancy clothes, so she was not 20. How old was she? At what age is too old to have a kid above 20? But hey, you sound like a very awesome mom. And to let you know, being older does not make you a better mom. I'm sorry you had to deal with that. The tale of the missing waifu. So I just received this phone call and what? It was from a number I did not recognize, but an area code from a few towns over. So I figured it probably was not a telemarketer and answered it. I will be me. Caller will be C. Hello? Hi, I ordered my waifu from you 2 weeks ago off Etsy and have not received it yet. What? My waifu, you know the anime body pillow? I was really looking forward to getting it before Christmas. It's my first one. Is there any chance I will still get it before Christmas? You have definitely got the wrong number. No I don't. You are this number. That number was very not mine. How could you possibly mistype this badly? That's not my number. I copied that number right off your Etsy page. Me, internally. Lies. Where is my waifu? Is this a prank call or something? That's not my number. Look on your phone at the number you are calling right now. I don't have an Etsy account and have never used it before. You've got the wrong number, bud. Listen here, you monster. You're already gonna scam a nice guy like me this close to Christmas? I've tried to be polite, but I won't let some child like you steal from me. I'm not joking. This is verbatim what he said. Yo, calm down, guy. I'm not trying to scam you. Then, where's is my waifu? I don't know, and I'm not an Etsy seller. You have the wrong number. I will report you to Etsy. They will ban your account. You will never be able to scam anyone else on it. I want my waifu. Then report me. Tell me what I need to do to get my waifu. Take a step back and literally screw your own face. Thanks, Tom Cruise. You filthy child. Get away, kid. I'm hanging up. Wait, please. I just want my saber. I'm guessing an anime character? Please just send it to me. Alright, listen carefully, okay? Okay. Are you listening carefully? Yes. Look at your phone. Tell me the phone number it says you're calling right now. It's Yup, please don't tell anyone about a waifu. Not a chance. and that's when I hung up on him. Entitled Chad got mad I could not help with his tools. I've had a few stories of accidental I don't work years, but when I worked 2 jobs in the same strip mall, but the most ridiculous was when I came face to face with a Chad in the wild. At the time, one of my job's uniforms was a green polo with the company name on it, a name tag, and khakis. I needed to run to a hardware store right after my shift and thought I would have no issues. Their uniform was casual clothes and jeans with an apron. I was looking down at my phone, pushing my cart, when I accidentally cart bumped someone. He was also looking down at his phone, and I just smiled and went on my way. I thought that would be the end of it. After running a few aisles, I noticed Chad had been keeping a close distance to me with his cart, but still had not said anything to me. I am a real introvert, so I was fine with avoiding confrontation with people. Finally, after I had an employee cut some PVC pipe for me, and the employee had left, Chad spoke. "Hey you, I need your help." "Sorry my dude, the employee just left. I'm sure he's right around here though." "No, you need to help me. I've been following you for an hour now and you haven't asked if I needed help once." I was really confused as I did not work there and was sure he could not think that I did since I was wearing a different uniform. Also, I had only been in the store for maybe 10 minutes. Usually, I would be okay with helping people, but at this point, and had to go to my second job. "I'm sorry dude, but I am running really late. I think there's a customer service desk up front if you want to ask them." "No, I've been waiting for you. You took the time to chat with your buddy there, then you can help me." Now, I was just creeped out thinking this guy had stalked me or something. It happened at one of my jobs, but that's for another thread, and I just walked away. When I made it to the registers, of course, Chad had followed me screaming for a manager. When a manager arrived, they asked him what was going on and he said, "Your employee refused to help me and continued to be unprofessional. She called me dude." It was at this point that I put the pieces together and realized this guy thought I worked there. Me and the manager looked at each other and both said, "I don't work here, dude." "There she goes again with the dude again. Are you really gonna let her talk to me that way?" I looked down at my uniform and point to the company name on my shirt. Can you read? Because if you can, you could clearly see that my shirt does not say hardware store name on it. The manager apologizes to me and stepped between me and Chad because Chad looks like he's going to throw a punch. Just for reference, I am a 5'2" girl and Chad is at least 6 feet, 250 pounds. The manager is trying to calm him down at this point, but he won't take any answer he gives him and keeps saying, "No, I want her to help me. She ignored me the whole time, the entitled little girl." At this point, I was running late for work, but just decided to stick around a bit to see what all the fuss was about that he needed. So I finally asked him, "What is it that you need? What aisles are the armors in?" This full-grown man decided to follow and harass some girl for 15 minutes instead of finding a real employee because he thought I worked there and was rude to him. The manager whisked him away to the hammers and I finished my purchase after that. About a month later, I am at my job when I hear a voice that sounded very similar saying, "Hey you!" and I notice it is my good friend Chad at my actual job. I put on the biggest grin and ask, "I see you need another hammer, huh?" I have never seen a person turn so red in my life. Check out my playlist right here for IDontWorkHereLady videos. If you can show me some support by liking the video and subscribing, this will mean the world to me. Also hit the bell button to know when we post a new video and join the notification gang. Thank you again for watching this episode of IDontWorkHereLady. See ya!